This is day 78 in the Hamas-Israel war, and I'm Yair Pinto, reporting to you from the Gaza Strip. 78 days have passed since the beginning of this war, and the war already feels like a routine. I'm here in Gaza, getting used to the sounds of gunfire and the ongoing explosives around me. On the other hand, I want to tell you about all the soldiers that I meet here, young and brave guys with dreams and desires for the future. They are all here with a sense of mission and purpose. And it's not only men. Amongst us here in the Gaza Strip, we have IDF fighters as well that are fighting together with the men. That is why the following report touched my heart so much. In the heart of the city of Khan Yunis, not far from me, the Duvdevan unit, which is an Israeli Special Forces unit, lost 4 brave fighters a week ago. During their funerals in Israel, the unit's fighters returned to the scene of the incident and to the building from which the terrorists fired. But this time, the unit fired charges against the terrorists who were entrenched there. In cooperation with the engineering forces, the soldiers blew up shafts found inside the building. Suddenly, the terrorists crawled out and opened fire at the IDF forces. After this incident, one of the sentences that touched me the most was heard in connection with the process. From the commander of the Duvdevan unit. He got in touch after the unit conducted an operation against the building and said, "While our commanders are being laid to rest, we returned to complete the mission. The eye is tearful, the heart is burning, but the head is high and the wind is in the sky." The Duvdevan unit and its fighters will continue to destroy the cruel enemy who seeks to harm women, children, and the elderly until victory. And I am here in my heart with him, standing in unity together with my fellow fighters against this enemy, Hamas, for the future of my children and the children of Israel. In the center of Gaza City, during the day, recently, the IDF made a surprise maneuver. While the IDF was concentrating forces of tanks and soldiers on the western side of Gaza City, which caused Hamas to fortify in front of them and prepare, suddenly, camouflage forces of the IDF attacked with huge fire from the east, something that created great confusion amongst the Hamas terrorists. While they were trying to repel the attack from the east, the Israel Defense Forces started attacking from the west with tanks, and very quickly, terrorists could not sustain the attack and were neutralized. In the south of Gaza, infantry fighters and engineering forces attacked a Hamas headquarters in the Issa area. The fighters identified a terrorist squad that tried to attack the force and eliminated it on a face-to-face battle. At the same time, in the same area, the combat team of the paratrooper brigade, which conducted battles in the area, located and uncovered several shafts leading to a crazy network of tunnels. That's why the soldiers of a Sting unit that include IDF fighter dogs immediately were called for the mission. The unit sent a trained dog to investigate the underground route under the Issa outpost, which is used as an underground outpost of the Hamas terror organization. It is a multi-level route whose floors were used for command control and store ammunitions. I would love to salute and say thank you to the brave dogs, and of course send regards to my 2 dogs, Bailey's and Elmo, back at home. I really do miss them. They are part of the family. Forces of the Shaldag, which is a special unit equivalent to the American Navy SEALs, have been fighting in the area of the Rimal neighborhood in the Gaza City, exactly where Palestine Square is located. During scans that were carried out in the area, the forces uncovered an underground terrorist city that is part of the tunnel system of the terrorist organization Hamas and includes a strategic tunnel route connecting to distant places in the Gaza Strip. During these hours, the tunnels are being investigated. In Sajaiya, during the fighting, the forces came face to face with terrorists who shot, attacked, and threw explosives at the IDF from inside buildings in a built-up and defense space. The soldiers of the IDF defeated them in intense battles while attacking quickly. While the Air Force covered the IDF forces from above, the forces together destroyed over 100 terrorist buildings, exposed and destroyed dozens of tunnel shafts, arrested many terrorists who surrendered and handed them over to the security forces for interrogation, including a Hamas company commander and terrorists who participated in the 7th of October massacre attacks against Israeli civilians. On Israel's other front, soldiers of the IDF, including the Shin Bet and the security guard, arrested 11 wanted Palestinians throughout Judea and Samaria. In a brigade operation in the village of Dura, IDF reserve fighters arrested 8 wanted persons. In addition, located and confiscated weapons. On Israel's northern front against Hezbollah in Lebanon, the IDF carried out attacks targeting Hezbollah's military positions a short while ago. Amongst the targets were militants, terrorists, and infrastructure. A number of launches were seen from Lebanon towards the northern part of Israel, and IDF forces attacked the sources of the fire with artillery. Unfortunately, another Israeli hero lost his life, Sergeant Amit Hod Ziv, 19 years of age. He fell during an operational activity in the northern part of Israel as a result of the launches from Lebanese territory towards the Israeli community of Shtula. Okay, hearing some shots, so I'm putting my helmet back on. I wanted to say that I'm so grateful for all of your prayers for me and for the rest of the IDF. Thank you for standing with us. Thank you for praying for Israel. I keep sharing with them that millions and millions of Christians are praying for them and for their safety and for Israel every day. It really touches their heart. People in Israel don't know that Christians support them in this war. So it's really a blessing, and thank you. Please keep praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem.